ABC. Another beige church.
I say to you, not with bitterness, but with the clarity of a man deprived of both lunch and justice, ask not what this tour has done to you. Ask what regulatory body you can report this tour guide to. For I did not cross the turbulent Atlantic just to witness the architectural repetition of St. Bees the Redundant. I, gents, am a patriot, not a partisan. A litigator, not an alliterator. A man who paid the price of the single supplement for both legroom and dignity. I'll not rest until this maladroit misrepresenter of misadventure is arraigned before a tribunal, or at the very least testified against on TripAdvisor.
That was thoroughly thorough. I read the brochure, not just once, tracked every edit, examined every email, audited the itinerary, line by line. For this I sold my house, liquidated the 401k, let go of the Winnebago. The Winnebago could have driven to Bryce Canyon, had a slice and a view. But no! No! I'm sipping disappointment from a chipped teacup served with treacle that should be investigated by National Health. Cultural immersion? No! More like powdered milk with a spiritual audit chaser. I log things daily, by hand. You'd be amazed what shows up between the lines. That sandwich, not pumpernickel, not even close. Font on the menu changed halfway through lunch. Now, I'm not saying anyone's to blame. I'm just saying I have issues.
Boys, I don't mean to toss cold tea on your soliloquies, but your complaints are about to become spectacularly irrelevant. There are bats in this basilica, real ones, winged, hung over, demonically divine, and when they take flight, no refund policy will save your khakis. I would kill for a beige church right now. One knave that doesn't whisper in Latin every time I blink. Do you know what I saw back in Rouen? I don't, but I have a tattoo of it on my soul. There's a deadline circling this bus like a bloodshot drone on final approach. My editor wants copy for Pilgrimage of the Damned by Thursday. And my hands, they keep typing in Aramaic. But that doesn't mean we skip the stop for supplies. I hate to advocate drugs, alcohol, violence, or insanity to anyone. For this tour, they remain the most effective navigational tools in circulation. It never got weird enough. Not until now.
I don't mean to cast aspersions, fellas, but what with the litigation, the ledger domain, and the libel, I've heard a whole lot of noise, but not a whole lot of gratitude for the provisioned heritage cuisine. Back in Wobegon, we did our complaining in the apps, soft, circular, usually over a wheel of cheese, and the lager so mild it apologized when you opened it. A bit of mustard on the rim, and a firm handshake from a man named Earl. We called that communion. This lovely dairy discus landed in my lap somewhere outside Salisbury. Been tapping it ever since, a bit like a Lutheran djembe on a humid Thursday after Quilt Circle let out early. Now the beer, Watney's Red Barrel, they call it, that's a whole different vessel. Tastes like carbonated melancholy, with the gentle head of regret and the faintest whiff of radiator. Still, it's what we've got. And what we've got is what I call lunch.
Oh, taught on a shingle, you gentlemen have no idea what constitutes actual sightseeing suffrage. I read that brochure, cover to cover, annotated it in triplicate. There's a clause, highlighted I might add, explicitly promising rolling countryside vistas and exclusive cultural immersion. Well, I have documented with timestamps and geotagged photographic evidence. 11 churches in 4 hours. 7 were bays. 3 were the same church, viewed from tragically different angles. And one, gentlemen, was a decommissioned petrol station, perched precariously atop a grassy knoll, meekly masquerading as a penitent parish beneath a mural of a steeple so crooked, I mistook it for a UNESCO in-joke. Abutting the steeple was a gargoyle, wearing sunglasses, no less, wearing a Bluetooth headset, flanked by cryptic signage in papyrus font. Gentlemen, this is no holiday. It's a Gregorian hostage crisis, with crumbs and non-consensual bagpipe ambience. My Fitbit has registered purgatory warning continuously since we approached Arundel. Our promised cultural highlight has instead become a rancid repository of architectural deceit.
You, sir. I will see you in court, and in print, and quite possibly on Watchdog. I intend to file grievances of tour, of coach, and, if necessary, of God.
And if this farcical ordeal is not materially remedied post-haste, I shall be forced to record a redress with YouTube about a potential breach, yes, breach of contractual obligation. There will be hearings, oh yes. There will be acronyms, and there will be implications. So, I say to you most humbly, ich bin ein Tourista.
That will be quite enough of that rot.
It became painfully clear we were no longer pilgrims, we were bait, fit to be hung out the window of a tour bus to distract the bats and appease the whispering fog.
All work and no play makes for a dull voyage.
Lorem ipsum, lorem ipsum, lorem ipsum, caveat vesper io.
This is cheese jambé, a rare delicacy.
Oh, tour guide, these sights are boring, with now and then for scenic countryside. We're almost done, our lives once more are calling. It's you that took us for a ride. We'll not come back, despite low prices beckoning. Itinerary rushed and bus so slow, sitting in seats in bright sunshine or shadow. Oh, tour guide, we hate you so. When first we came, you promised good times flowing, but it's been dead as it could be. Just beat us home apace to where we're going, and we'll seek refunds from your company. Yes, you shall hear complaints about this touring, and we will say your banter been obeyed. For us you bored with all your pointless commentary, and once we reach London happy we'll be.
Right. I'd ask if that was the truth, but at this point I doubt I could handle the truth.
Right. It's a fair cop. It's a fair cop.
What's for lunch?
Steak and kidney pie? And what, miss? Red. Barrel.
Well, that's as may be, but I still intend to sue, not because it's easy, but because it's hard.